maybe he's your Christian Grey?
He is a bald tax attorney.
Okay, maybe not. But at least you had a date. I'm never going to have sex again for the rest of my life.
He might not even have arms.
Hey, what?
These are essential. They hold you in, smooth everything down, life-changing. I'm going to get them for you.
Oh. Well, let's just say things did not go exactly as planned.
You've been married too long. You know, in the Army, when they want to get a soldier's attention, they just blow on the trumpet.
Well, that is...
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Benjamin, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Check 15, check 15.
No!
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at the 20. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
93.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
It's 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
80 weapons. Kill. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, Charlie. 57 to Mike. Let's go one more.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check nine. Kill.
From the gun, it's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 31. White Monday down. You're mine.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
57. Mike, 57.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Carr. And he's going to go down again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Watch that 61. Matchbox light. Look at me. Go. Check 3. Shoot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's crashing. Hey, Sam off. Check. Sponge. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
2nd and 10. Benjamin's got it. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, echo.
We're scoreless after one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
47's the mic, boy, 47.
Bam, bam. Hey, lock it. Go. Smooth.
Shift.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards.
You got time.
General West. Leo.
Kill.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go.
Looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey.
Mike, 27.
Hard. Gone.
Check 52. 36. Bang.
Snap.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
10-2 stop. You draw perfect.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
734.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
He'll rifle it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Benjamin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go. Screen. Look at me. Score. Defense.
Back to throw. That one complete to Anderson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. That'll be taken in by Anderson. That one a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
No. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now!
47's the mic. Watch it out.
Leo! Hard! Shoot!
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
6-18. Bravo.
Watch the screen.
Carr now on first down. This is caught by Williams. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
93. 93. Hey, Charlie.
Go, Tapper, let's go. We got this. We got this. 57. Mike, 57. Come on, the ball.
Operating from the gun. Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
On the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Alpha.
Kill, turn it up.
Go on. Go out.
Check 3.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Hey, Echo. Rock it. Squeeze.
Tighten up.
Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Look at me. Go. Hey, Sam off. Hey.
Check out read.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. And he'll find Moreau here. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. We got to get the ball, D. Get the...
Hey, lock it. Leo. Five.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll drop the throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gray. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Nice 7. Hard.
That's a what? Watch the ship.
Go. Hey, seam 6. Lead dribble.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. Go out. Get ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Caught by Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29. Hey, exit.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
694. 57. Hey, Wahoo. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Go. Go.
To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 30. A great. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, Delta, Bridgestone, travel. Yes, yes.
Mark 47. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Trying to shake off the inter. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
On the ready.
47. Check, 47.
Go, yes, go, go. Hey, Orbit.
They're running it.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go back to the ground, this time Clement. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Raiders, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Only wants to talk to me, and he only wants to listen to me. But I was his person. I'm sorry. I'm not actually following you. No, me neither.